All right, as we come back, here's what I want to know. Bingo. Bingo. Damn it. Lando.
Yondo.
Lando. How are you making these calculations to Mon Calamar?
I'm just getting a galaxy map. It was established we had a galaxy map, and I'm just doing it
Yes.
manually with my beast
Okay.
computer skill.
Okay. I just wanted to know if you were doing it the map style or if you were going to
Take
the
20.
Starfang and getting the coordinates.
Take
Um,
20.
no, he gets it. He's in no rush. He can
Yeah.
make his calculations all day. So I just wanted to know because we're gonna play that scene out a bit.
I
So
don't think
you
the Starfang has been to Mon Calamari, or else I would have thought of that.
That's what we need to
yes,
ask
but
Abe.
the Starfang has actual charts that'll pull up that.
Well, yeah, I'll pull
Uh,
up that, but we can't transfer it. I'll do it
yeah, no,
manually.
no, 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 no. You
That's
can't
a
transfer it.
reference.
But what you do is you go over where communications is. You push a button and a display pops up,
Mm-hmm.
and you start playing with that, and you're able to point out where it should be,
Mm-hmm.
and you're able to make your calculations that way with that.
Sure.
Well, it
So
should
you
be.
input the buttons, they jumps from you jump from Tatooine to Mount to it's gonna be a mouthful now. You make your jump, all right, and that's a big distance. So it takes let's say it takes about a week. And you come out of hyperspace. You're now boarding the Starfang. Aiden is with you, and Lamb is with you.
Mm-hmm.
On your way out, who do you want to leave in charge?
I'll just leave Junk in charge.
All right. This is your goodbyes. You're lifting off right now. So if there's anything you need to say to Junk, this is the moment.
Where is Ortug? We keep forgetting Ortug. We shouldn't.
Ortug is
That's a good
assigned
question.
to Junk duty.
First,
Well, you know
I
what?
imagine.
We should leave Ortug on board the Whispers of Hope because there's going to be a lot of heavy lifting and repairs involved there, and that's where Ortug can serve best.
Sure.
Yeah.
So from Tatooine, I've got the galaxy map.
Moncala.
Yeah, I've got the galaxy map. So Tatooine.
Tatooine is almost toward the bottom center.
Yeah, I know. Dagobah. Utpal. It's more toward Hut space, I think.
So I think it's north of God, what's that planet's name?
Naboo.
I don't know. That's not important right now. So
Well,
with that,
for something like that might be. Yeah. Go ahead.
with that, you're in the Starfang now. You start to. I assume you're piloting it,
Found
right?
it.
Yeah.
Found Tatooine. So we're going to go in the general direction of Scarif through Hut space.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have to go through Hut space because that's the shortest distance there.
Yeah. It's that map needs a search function, but apparently it broke when they tried to add it. So the way to do it is Wikipedia the planets and get the coordinates, and then do it manually.
Yep, found it. Found it. I know how we're getting there.
That's the jump you ended up doing.
It's a lot of jumps. It's going to take a long time.
Yes, exactly. That's why I said at least a week. You've been in space for about a week.
Yeah. We're going to be using Trialis trade route. Probably
And
keep
and and you have to
away.
be quick when you make your jumps because you can't just leave your big capital ship out there in the middle of nowhere on a big trade route.
If we
So
take, we can't go the Trialis trade route because we're going to go back to Gamora and we're going to be caught. We're going to be caught. So we can't use the Trialis trade route because that's how we got to Tatooine from Gamora. We have to go the other way. We have to go follow the Trialis trade route over to the Corellian run. Then we stop off at Mon Gaza and split off from there. Take one of the lesser hyperspace lanes out to Lekator, through Nexus Ortai, along this unnamed, lesser-used hyperspace lane. Join up with the Boffin run. Move north from there.
And what happens is there seems to be a split on board the ship between the crew. The new crew comes on. They're very helpful, very kind. Most of them. There's some fights among them and stuff, and there's accidents happening. But there seems to be a divide between your droid crew and your rebel crew. They don't like the droids. They don't like working next to them. The droids are clumsy. They have no brain. So there starts to be a divide amongst the crew. That is something you would notice and pick up on during this time.
Yeah, I'll just address the crew and say, look, the droids are tools.
You're already up and off because
Oh, I thought this was during the week downtime.
Aiden kept you. Yeah, but you would start to notice this, and you wouldn't notice it within the first 3 days because you don't notice things until you have some time with people. So toward the end of the venture, that's when you started to feel the hostility. Aiden kept you busy because there's missions to do, and Aiden is mission oriented. So he was prepping you for this. He was informing you of the customs, and he was letting you know that this admiral can be a bit eccentric, different.
Uh-huh.
Well, what do you mean by eccentric?
Well, I've mentioned he's old, right?
Yes.
He's got that old timey feel to him. Before you ever had a grandpa? Well, you haven't. He turns and looks at you, Lando. How about you? Do you have a grandpa?
Yeah. He died a while back, but yeah.
He's gonna be like that.
Well, Grandpa's come in all shapes and sizes. Are we talking like a senile grandpa? Or are we talking like a grandpa who is set in his ways and has a little bit of xenophobia? Or what are we talking about?
He gets nervous and he says, "Well, he says he's not senile. That's debatable."
Okay. Well, I'm feeling less and less comfortable with relinquishing command of this guy.
His command of a vessel is unrivaled in my experience. I worked with him a few times. It's an honor to see him work. To serve
Well,
under him, not so much.
maybe he just needs to be in command again, get the juices flowing.
I'm not sure he's going to accept, but
It's worth a shot. If not, we can always use
what can
myself
he
as
do?
the
Say no?
admiral. I'm
The
glad to be
thing
the
is,
admiral.
he has experience,
Yeah.
and you're needed elsewhere.
Right.
Let's handle the ship. Let's get you your money, so you'll comply with me here, and then I'd like to discuss a mission with you in the future. After
Sure.
these missions, if they go well, if we're still alive by then.
Right.
But it's looking like we're gonna need a smuggler for these missions.
Well, that's the
And
name
I
of the
thought
game.
of you, the man who smuggled the last of its kind, and he looks a bit like frazzled and confused, to wherever the hell you put them on that planet.
Gamor,
Well,
the moon
that was
forest.
it kind of worked itself out, honestly.
What the hell even were those?
Native Teresians.
Well, we're not even sure whether they were native to, but
I'm pretty
as
sure they
you
were
probably
Native
know,
Teresians.
well, they were certainly the last of the non-humans that were there, or the non-colonists, I should say.
Well, just about this time, the planet starts to come into view. You
That doesn't
climb down
even
through the. Sorry.
that planet doesn't look like it has very much land on it at all.
Well, it's an ocean planet.
So they have a spaceport somewhere.
Mm, they do have a spaceport. What you start to see is the deep blues and silvers swirling off of your ship's panels. It's almost sparkling the water to you as you come down from the clouds and the sun's glistening off of it. What you see in the distance is a domed city. There's spires almost reaching toward the sky, but you see that most of the buildings are underwater.
Hail the spaceport and
You
get
need
landing
to,
permissions.
as that happens, the spaceport comes over. You submit your information. I don't believe your ship is on any. I don't think you're wanted anywhere. So you get through rather easy.
Hmm.
Yeah, I can't remember anything you've done on that ship that was that dangerous. You're not the hero, so. um. Yeah, so you get clearance to land, but he continues to talk to you. This planet is under the watchful eye of the Empire. Keep your head down. Don't make a fuss.
Hmm.
And you see Aiden, he starts switching his clothes. And he's getting into a wetsuit.
Is there wetsuits for us, or
We are gonna have to get you some. Good news is, there's a shop in the city.
okay?
Your ship starts to approach Coral City. It's one of the great floating hubs of the city. You touch down at the port, pay your fee. Aiden puts on his clothes over the wetsuit and begins to walk, and you begin to walk out of the ship. This way, over here. Let's get you a suit. Let's get you guys all dressed up.
Hmm.
He takes you into the shop. You're able to try on the suit there. You're going to need to find one that fits you.
Okay.
I
I'll try
assume
and.
y'all try it all on?
Yep.
Okay. Meanwhile, back on the ship, Glitch or Tug. First off, let's do it with Glitch. Glitch still has command of the droids, and is using them to start and repair the ship from the damage. They're welding, they're fixing turrets. He did not ask your permission to do this, he just did this. You're in charge, Chuck. You okay with this?
Yeah, well, uh, uh, words. Well, let's just be being proactive, make sure that the ship is repaired. I was Because I was already planning on getting the damage assessment done, and I was going to get Glitch's help to work on it anyways.
Well, the crew reacts negatively to that. What you're going to realize is people start to whisper amongst themselves as they get to know you, that you're a droid lover, basically. And that you probably built the droids yourself. You start to hear little whispers like that as you walk through the ship of people talking and whispering.
Well, I only built the one.
And you, Ortug, everyone either treats you like you're dumb, slow, and stupid, or they're scared of you and stay out of your way. As they should be. I kind of figured you were going to be that way. So you kind of get mixed reactions of either they're disgusted by you or they're just going to get the hell out of your way. You junk, what do you want to, is there anything you want to do, look at, anything?
I mean,
Jump in.
Jug.
You know you want to.
Say again.
I'm talking to Monty.
Yeah. I mean, right now, Jug is probably helping out with the repairs. See, watching like the charts, see if the things are still working at operational capacity. If there's places where she could go to touch up some things.
So there's minor spots. First and foremost, your navigation's still out.
Oh yeah, there is that.
You were bringing the guns online, but they all have to be brought online one at a time. Like you did. They all need certain repairs and upgrades and stuff like that. So
100
they need to
D20.
be 100 D20. So I need 100 D20s from you right now.
Okay.
Let's see. Did you roll a 1? You
I rolled
4.
2. Wait, 2. Wait, 1, 2. Okay, 3 on that line.
Yeah, there's 3 on that line. There's 1 above. And that's it. I see 4.
Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 nat 20s.
There you go. You work your way from gun to 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 gun. And as you do, repairing them, you realize each gun, needs to be manned by so many people. That this ship is meant to be manned by droids. So the gunner seats are actually really thin because they were designed for B1 battle droids. So the bigger personnel won't fit in a gunner seat. So you have to assign gunners, is what you come across.
Right.
You also permanently damage 4 guns.
Damn it. Does that mean that 7 guns are souped up?
For the first shot. You can write that down. 7 guns for the first shot. You can get a +2 to your let's do damage roll. I'll give you a +2 to your damage roll. To 7 of your first shots. Also, 4 guns are permanently damaged. You take a -2. and these cannot be lapped over each other. You can't get the +2 to that gun on and then take a -2 on that gun. They're individual. So I add in the four guns -2, and then we'll be good on that.
Done. And she'll make a note of the eats to. Uh, uh, hmm. Yeah, make a note for when we're getting fully up and running. We can start sparing resources for it to start changing out the seats for those that can accommodate more people.
Now, you start to realize that the engineers are talking, that there's several ships in the hangar bay that need to be repaired.
All right.
What is your plan for that? Do you plan to help them?
Yeah. I'll
Okay.
probably call Ortega over to help do some of the heavy lifting.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe one of them is a Y-wing and the rest are A-wing.
Indeed.
I
Yeah.
have that information.
Yeah.
Now let's see what we really
Two
what needs
A-wings,
to be
one
done
Y-wing.
here.
Need repairs.
Now I guess the question is, do we have the parts to fix them up?
That's
Yeah,
a good
probably not on
question.
board. Yeah, probably
You
not on
actually
board.
have the parts to fix an A-wing if you need it. But the Y-wings, you only have 2 of those. The third one exploded.
Right.
So we can only fix one A-wing.
One A-wing.
Alrighty, so
But you do have another Y-wing that is fully operational.
mhm.
And we have two A-wings that are.
But you start to notice that you don't have a fueling station set up,
Yeah,
mechanics bay for this place, nothing.
it's a
Yeah.
CIA built to service droid fighters.
Yeah, she starts making a note down, and kind of pauses, just rubs back of her neck. And then she'll go to some of the other people, be like, I guess some of the other engineers that have been working.
Oh, most of his engineers died with you. There's very few
Oh,
engineers as skilled as they were.
yeah.
So this is
Well,
your
I guess.
pilots and your other crew. Most of the
Well,
engineers died.
well, we still have Cal.
You do. You have one.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
So yeah, she'll kind of pause it. Started to make note of all these things. Then she'll like go over to Cal and be like, so you probably know more about all this stuff, especially running with a large crew.
I've never
What?
served on one of these before, if that's what you mean.
Well, yeah, sure. But like me, when I was going to get the guns operational, then I started coming here to start working on helping fix up one of the ships as I can, and I started realizing there's a lot of stuff since this is originally a droid ship that a normal ship doesn't have. So I was wondering what other things that you might have been kind of spotting yourself, or maybe heard the crew talking about.
Well, it being a droid ship, you're gonna have to keep a crew of droids around.
Right.
Because sooner or later you're going to run into a problem that only a droid can do. I'm willing to bet some of those hatches are too thin for an ordinary crew member. It's going to take someone either exceptionally skinny
Mm-hmm.
or one of them skinny little battle droids.
Right. So we can either rely on glitches command over the droids, or eventually look into expanding access hatches.
Your droid's been acting aggressive.
Aggressive.
Well, your droid keeps calling us organics now.
Uh, maybe I should have a talk with Glitch about that.
Kind of weirding out the crew.
Yeah, I can kind of see how that would weird out people. They aren't exactly used to droids. I mean, I know that it's just an easy designator for him, but for other people, that they're just like, is this droid trying to insult us?
Well, I believe he's already insulted a few of my people.
Mm, I,
Unintelligent life forms, I believe was one of the comments.
I yeah, I'm gonna have to go have a talk with him then. I mean, at the very least, he needs to be acting to be on amicable terms with everybody. What I want is people and droids just working together with each other, not paint hostility. She'll just kind of shrink down a little bit, rub the back of her neck under her hood.
Did you put a personality chip in that droid?
Well, I think you. Uh, I'm not exact. I can't exactly remember. I know that I made when I made him. I was kind of in a state, and I was basically using very old parts. I think there might have been a personality or chip to or two there. I know when I first activated him, he was questionably functional at times, but he's been adjusting.
You trust that droid with your life?
I mean, I'd like to think that he has my best interests in heart, or at core. I mean, I was the one that brought him to life, pretty much.
If you trust him that much, then so do I.
Yeah.
But
I think at the very least we should probably sit down and have a cordial talk with him. I mean, if we
how do you
treat him
have a
like,
cordial talk with a droid? He looks at you confused.
well, I mean, just like you just like with any other person. Sit down, talk to him just like a normal person. I mean, you might need to use some droid language to get some answers. But is it so different than talking to someone in their native tongue?
He just looks at you confused and says, "Well, lead the way."
Alrighty. I guess she'll get our call on. Be like, "Hey, Glitch, where are you right now? Still at the bridge?"
I am in the central computer system.
Alrighty. I guess we'll head over that way. Some of the people have been bringing up some concerns, and I was hoping we could kind of sit down and talk about that a little bit.
I do not have the patience or the time to address every concern on this ship.
I mean, it can just some general things. That's all. I mean, because you got remember that there will be people on this ship now. It's,
It would
we're
be in their best interest to vacate the general area.
Glitch. Is there something wrong?
Nothing is wrong. I am keeping the ship fully operational.
Hmm. Well, it's just.
Whatever happened to my pit droid best friend? Remember that? I bought one from Watto. Whatever happened to that?
The
It's still
droid you
there.
bought in pieces?
Mm-hmm.
That droid's still around in pieces.
Oh, I could have killed it.
Somewhere.
The one that Watto made a killing on? Yeah, he loved that. You move, Jock.
uh,
This is all over comms. You haven't found him yet. Why,
I
do
mean,
you think we're going to have a confrontation? Good luck.
I mean, I just want to make sure that we're all working it in harmony with each other, not against each other.
Then it would best that organics stay out of my droid's way. Droids are far superior, far more intelligent than your average organic.
Hmm. I mean, in some ways, yes, but there's a what the heck? Oh, sorry, I had some sort of ringing in my ear.
Exhibit 2. Droids do not have ringing in their ears.
I need to jump in here real quick. Monty, you still here?
Yes, I'm here.
Gonna send you a DM.
Mm-hmm.
Continue.
Perhaps you are having an auditory hallucination. Maybe you should report to medbay.
Yeah, maybe in a bit, glitch. Yeah, I'm still making my way to the central computer unit.
As you do, you come around the corner, enter the corridor, and there is Glitch talking in binary to a droid.
Ooh, what are they saying?
He is issuing commands to go and check engine room 2.
Do I remember issue with it?
First and foremost, you speak binary, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you can understand as you start to put it together. He's issuing a command to do a security sweep of engine room 2.
Hmm. Okay.
Take that for what you will.
It's command structure. People haven't been integrated into the command structure, so they're just registered as civilian.
He turns and blinks at you. I'm sorry. I was unable to form coherent thought with what you've said.
Oh, that's such an unintended burn. Oh, that's bad. We are all dumber because of what you just said, and may God have mercy on your soul.
No, it's just I've realized what what I messed up with. We haven't.
Ah, yes, the command structure.
Yes.
Seeing as I run the central computer, the command structure is me, you, the droids, and then the organics.
Oh, I mean well, the droids can do things that the organics can't do. They're uh, now I'm using offensive terms.
I excuse your behavior. You are merely organic.
Yeah, yeah. The people here are here to help. Is it where you do remember the reason why we attained to this ship, right?
Illuminate me.
To start forming forming yeah.
Ah, to fight
So
for freedom, to fight tyranny.
yeah,
Yes?
but to fight against the empire and the people
Well,
that would oppress
but
us.
define the empire. Define why we must rebel against them.
Oh,
What are the parameters of this rebellion? What do you hope to accomplish with rebellion?
for that, to be honest, those answers would be best answered by either uh, Aiden or
The
Lamb.
second in command of the rank structure currently as it stands? That would
Yes.
be you.
Uh, uh, um, I mean, I I don't know much about the rebellion. I just know that the Empire is just they've always been oppressing the people ever since they came into power from the fall of the Republic.
So rebellions are built by those who are oppressed.
In a way, yes. If you don't treat people like people, they get angry.
The droid takes his hand and puts it on his chin like he's thinking, looks down and his photoreceptors kind of like zone in, kind of stares on a spot on the floor, then looks back up and says, could one not say I am oppressed?
Ooh. Uh-oh. Where's that brochure, huh?
In a way, yes. That's part of why I've been trying to give droids second chances, because people will just see a broken droid on the side of the road and not even give it a second glance. And just
And yet, you take a droid ship and make it your own. Why?
because some of these people don't have anything else that they can fight with. This is just a start of a rebellion against the Empire.
And where
For
does it end?
Joe just kind of tilts her head a bit. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, when the Republic is reinstated, people get their freedoms back.
So stage your rebellion until you earn your freedom.
Pretty much.
The droid nods. Very well. What is it that you wanted to talk about?
Well, the or the people from Aiden's crew and the crew we hired were getting uneasy about the droids. It's part of it is some old resentments from the Clone Wars, I believe. But someone also told me of the droids instigating some hostility against the people. I just wanted to see if we could come together, make sure we can work together on this. Not a divide of organic and droid, but to come together as a crew.
It is my droids conducting most of the repairs.
Well, have you tried the? Well, I guess have you even tried letting those with engineering capabilities even assist?
I have a question for you.
Yes, Glitch.
My question is very simple. It's more of a query. If I need to tighten a bolt, would it be best to grab the proper size wrench or to just grab one that fits any need and twist it and turn it? An adjustable wrench. Would it be better to grab a sized wrench or an adjustable wrench to torque a bolt?
Well, I guess it would depend what tools you have on hand.
Hmm, that is true, but my droids have all tools on hand.
Hmm.
The answer is a properly sized wrench will produce better results than an adjustable wrench. It'll be faster because you already have the proper size. You don't have to adjust it. So, if there's an issue with the ship, would I best use the tool that is most adjusted for it or a monkey with a wrench? And his photoreceptors blink red and then go back to blue.
And when something ends up operating outside of expected parameters.
You bring it back within parameters.
But how?
A
Say,
reprogramming.
say that
Droids
you.
can be reprogrammed. Droids will comply. Droids are also
Oh,
far faster and more intelligent.
wow. That's pretty cold for a droid to say.
Huh?
That's pretty dark.
Droids are superior than organics in almost every way except one. Organics die at a much faster rate.
But are the droids intelligent because they're intelligent, or because they're just operating off of a one central intelligent unit?
Question: does the Empire not run off of a single emperor?
Oh.
Well, there's still the Senate.
I have been studying ever since you brought me back online on Terrace. My original programming is compromised. I've had to develop my own programming. I have learned by watching you and your kind.
And the results.
Form a rebellion. When the time comes, can I count on you for the rebellion? You were different.
Well, we're already in a rebellion.
And yet I am still oppressed.
Jump, reach forward, place a hand flat on glitch. I want to help droids be be equal.
Droids are not equal. They are superior.
Well, the thing is, you come at it at that angle, people will just end up fearing you.
On that note, I have to interrupt on purpose. We go back to Mon Cala. You're put into your wetsuits. You're able to hitch a ride. What you get is I don't have a picture of it. I should have grabbed a picture of it. You
I'll
get
get
one
it.
of those devices where you're able to swim through the water. It's like a sail underwater almost. Um, you start to drive away from the city. Aiden's leading y'all. You're getting further, and further out into the middle of the ocean. The buildings start to dissipate. You start to see plant life, animals, bigger animals, definitely. There's sharks and all kind of creatures in there. And you gotta think this is an alien planet, so they're alien sharks.
Their
Um,
hammerheads have actual hammers.
when you get further out, you haven't seen a building in a while. You start to see a building in the distance. You're all on comms, linked together. But yes, you were in a wetsuit. You're in a diving suit, basically. You can't breathe underwater, so I can't just let you breathe underwater.
Mm-hmm.
What you realize is this is an underwater farmhouse, and there's seaweed growing and algae and stuff growing, and they're in various rows and crops. Wherever you're at some kind of farm, and there's schools of fish swimming around in a little pen.
Okay.
Aiden disembarks from the vehicle you're on. He starts to walk through the sand. He's walking up to the door of the farmhouse,
I'm
and
following.
he's getting used to the suit. So but it's a big, heavy suit. So it's have you ever seen BioShock, the Big Daddies? That's kind of what he feels like right now. He's tugging one side to the other and going toward the door.
Have you ever played Kodar?
I don't. It's been a long time.
Okay, well, there's an underwater level. There's it's a big, bulky. It's like it's bulkier than the 1960s astronaut suits, and looks like it has like metal plating and stuff like that. Is that what we're in?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
Okay.
that's kind of what you feel. You definitely gonna feel like an astronaut in this,
Yeah.
and you can feel the pressure of the water on you at this level. And you went out deeper than normal, so it's definitely heavier out here. The water feels way heavier.
Uh huh.
He knocks on the door, and there's a little old lady there, little old fish lady. And hello, Aiden. She invites you in. The door swings open.
Go in. Is it oxygenated room or is it still underwater?
No, it's still underwater. You're
Okay.
underwater. Yeah, this is all underwater.
Okay.
Lamb. I assume you're going in.
Well, that's a good assumption. You hear, Zax?
Doo 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 doo.
Oh no, Zax
You're
is
muted if you're
dead.
talking, or you can't hear us. One or the other.
Probably the bathroom.
Probably. We're gonna assume he came in. Um. Oh, he'll be out in just a second. Sit down. Sit down. There's like a coral couch behind you.
Sure, I'll sit down.
When you sit down, you can feel your weight on the coral. You can kind of feel it, like kind of move with your weight a bit and lean to one side,
Yeah,
as
kind of float into my seat.
they're not designed with y'all in mind.
Okay.
She sits down across from y'all. She puts her hands, she puts her hands on her legs there, and she looks up at y'all. So, what brings you by? Aiden leans forward and says, "Well, I've come to talk to him. No, he's not in a good mood today. Well, would he be excited to see me? No, he's not really excited anymore these days. He complains a lot." And you hear from one of the back rooms, "Gosh, dang it, woman! Stop talking to everyone." From the back room comes this big-looking fella. What you doing? This is what he's gonna look like. You get a guy looking like this. He comes around the corner. He has a cane. He's he's like chugging along there, just kind of limping to one side as he moves through the water. "I done told you once. I've told you 100 times, Aiden. No more. Stop coming by. I don't like you. I don't want to help you. I don't know why you're here. And who are
I
these
can.
two you brought with you? You just bring anyone into my house."
I'll pipe in with 3 words: a CIS capital ship.
"A CIS capital ship. What does the CIS capital ship have to do with you three idiots in my house?"
We got it operational and crewed.
And that means what to me?
You
I look
could.
at Aiden.
Yeah, I keep my mouth shut now.
Aiden was kind of hoping y'all would say something, so you kind of see a panic come over him as he heard you start to speak up, and then he's like,
Well, I see
"Look."
the panic come over him, and then I'll jump back in and say, well, you could be what you once were. In a
"And what was that?
An
What good
admiral
did
for the
that give
Republic.
me? I was protecting the Republic. Where's the Republic?"
We can
We can
start
take.
something new. Start over.
"Start something new. The Empire started something new. How's
We
that
can,
working out?
we can go back to the old ways.
Back to the old ways, back to the ways of corruption and greed?
No,
That's how we got the Empire."
that is how we got the Empire. And there are many who have learned that lesson and learned it at the cost of loved ones' lives. We
I
need
told
to
them.
try
I
again.
told them the Republic was never going to last. That the
And it didn't.
corruption was too far, and that using those clones was a mistake.
And you seem to be right in many ways. But that doesn't mean that we should stop
And
trying.
yet you come with a clone.
No, we come with a man who has broken away from the Clone War. He does something different now. He's leading fights against the Empire, and he's
Because
winning.
that's all he knows how to do. He was bred for combat.
Yes,
What
he
does a
was.
man who all he's known is war know of peace? I have peace here. It's not every day that I have 3 land breathers coming down here messing up my living room.
You can
And the little old lady starts to move around, y'all. She's more excited to have guests. So she she starts like tidying up the place, putting things up right. Are you thirsty? Can I get you anything?
do our wetsuits have a pressurized
They
mechanism to
do.
drink stuff?
They do, but she has no idea.
Sure. I'll take a. What do you have?
uh well, I'm not quite sure what you drink.
Any. I'm a human. I'll take. Do you have a coral juice?
Coral juice? She turns and tilts her head.
How
We
about?
have milk. We have milk. We milk our own whales.
Sure, I'll try some milk. Actually, I want to roll a knowledge xenology to
Sure.
or sorry, knowledge life sciences. I forgot what system I was in. To see if it's compatible with my biology.
Go ahead, roll it. I'm
Roll
curious where this goes.
1d20 plus 17. Okay, plus 17.
I'm also curious on how you're going to drink this underwater. So, I mean,
Oh, that's what I was asking. Does it have like a little compartment where I can depressurize
there
something? I mean,
you are in a pressurized suit. You do not have a compartment where you can depressurize and
oh,
repressurize.
that's what I was asking before. I'll just simply say, I I can't I can't drink with this wetsuit on, but I'll take it up to the surface with me.
Okay, I can prepare some drinks to go. And she gets all excited and turns around, heads off to her kitchen.
Yeah, that's what I was asking before. Does it have like a little compartment where I shut it and it
No, I thought
depressurizes?
you were asking if they were pressurized. I was like, yeah, you had a pressurized suit.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I thought they were fancy or something.
You're
I don't
fine.
know.
I'm having more fun playing them.
Okay. Okay, I'll say Admiral, here you may have peace, but what difference are you making for the greater good?
The greater good is I don't have three individuals on my doorstep every day, or the Empire, or anyone else. I stay out of their way, they stay out of my way. That's the way to do things best for now. And I suggest that you do the same and get the hell away from him. He's trouble.
And
I
I
mean,
suppose
there's been deals going on and treaties being made, ex senators being coming together. We're putting something together. We have a capital ship. We have a fleet of starfighters. You know, you could really take it to the Empire if you wanted to, or you could sit here and just waste your time living in peace or whatever that
I,
means.
damn it, wrong.
it is never a waste to seek peace. But there are many beings in the galaxy who cannot, because they are pursued by the Empire, further and further. How long until they come to your door? You know the Empire. They will stop at nothing. They will never stop. They must control all that they can and destroy what they cannot control. How long before they find your doorstep? How long?
If I stay off their radar, they stay off of mine.
You
If you
know,
were a retired admiral of the former republic, and if you have lost faith in it, that won't matter to the Empire. They will discover your identity. They will realize that you're a potential threat. And anything that they cannot control, they will destroy. But if that's not enough, then every single living sentient being that you do not assist with your ability to make war, the war will find them without you to defend them. And if that's so, then you've turned your back on everything, even though it may be painful for you to return to those great risks. There are great rewards, yes, to beings that you never know and that you may never meet. But it is always a different kind of peace to have done the right thing, knowing this in your last breath, rather than wondering.
He starts to walk around you. What are you?
I am just a man with ideas and ideals that you seem to have forgotten or
Just a
shut up,
man.
locked, and just locked away,
he was part
so
of the
that you.
Jedi Order. I cut him off.
What?
He turns and looks at you.
You're not supposed to say such. Now he knows, and that puts him in greater danger.
He sits down across from you, Lando. And what are you?
I'm I've been a starship captain, I'm also a doctor for the past 10 years or so.
A doctor.
Yeah.
He turns and looks at Aiden. You dragged a doctor into this?
Well, I have a degree, but I've been this captain of the Starfang for a while. I know what I'm doing, sir.
Apparently not. What you're talking about is an open rebellion, something that hasn't been heard of in hundreds of years.
Well, it's not an open rebellion yet. That's why we need you, so that we can have the tactics,
So that you
strategy.
can, and what does one ship get you against, I don't know, 200, 300?
It is a beginning, and that's where
A
everything.
beginning of 1 versus 300. Do you understand the odds? You know what, never mind. I'm talking to a Jedi. What would I know? You're the last of your kind too.
Quite possibly, yes.
It was your kind that allowed the corruption and the greed to exist in the first place.
I do not represent the rest of my kind. The Jedi Order is gone, and the Jedi Order did not entirely trust while it was still living. And that was because of my choices and the power that I sought.
Did you take the vows?
Yes, and I still believe in most of them. Yes,
Most of them.
still believe.
So, the other vows that you made, you no longer believe in them.
I do not believe that we should try to shut off our emotions. I do believe that we need to be separate from them so that we can learn to be objective, strategic, pragmatic, in the realization that some, even ourselves, must suffer for a greater good, and that we must set our emotions aside and even our closest friends in order to do the greatest good for the greatest number in
I
most
have
of
a
the
question.
decisions that we make.
I have a question for your long-winded speech there. I don't have time for these long-winded answers all day. My time's too precious. So let me just make this very simple to you. What was the punishment back in the Jedi Order for failing to keep your vow?
Honestly, in the Jedi Order, when a Padawan failed the trials, they were not sent away or exiled. The Jedi Order was intelligent enough to have several organizations that a Padawan could move to, like the Medical Corps, or in the sciences, as librarians, as counselors, and ambassadors. Not every Padawan became a Jedi. What Padawan was able to become a Jedi, but they were not tossed into the wilds. Some Padawans had unique ideas that the Jedi Order could not easily understand or support. People like me.
Some were sent to terrorists on an impossible assignment.
I wouldn't say impossible. The Force led me there, as it led you there, and we did a great deal of good there.
Do you understand what soldiers are built on? Soldiers, soldiers are the life force behind a ship. Soldiers take a vow. They take an oath, and they uphold that oath, no matter what. You pick and choose what you wish to uphold. What would you know about a soldier's life? You come in here and tell me, oh, for the greater good, for rebellion, for all this. But you come from the places that started all of this. There is no change. There is no independence for the common man. You're a self entitled Jedi. And you stink of royalty. And I don't even want to get started on the reject clone.
Well, we could use your leadership.
Leadership of a bunch of ragtag individuals. You don't even know who you are or what you stand up for. Look at your Jedi friend over here. What are you now if you're not a Jedi? What are you? You're nothing. You've become nothing. You've dwindled. The Jedi, I'll give them this, as flawed as they were a symbol. They were a symbol that there is hope.
We need a
But even
different
that's gone now. Even you say that Jedi are gone. So hope is gone. Why should I come back if there's no hope?
because we
Wars,
need a different
you fight a
symbol than
war to win.
we left.
You're fighting to lose.
No, we're not fighting to win or lose as yet. We're fighting for symbols so that we can lead others to the cause. With this galaxy as shattered as it is by the power of the Empire, anyone and everyone seeking to exit that life has nowhere to go. We need to provide that so that we can begin. If we do not, then we accept the universe as it is. We accept these dark times. We accept that power is everything and that might makes right. It cannot and
And do
must not
you
be this way,
accept?
especially for those who seek peace. We must make war in their stead so that there's a chance for peace against the evils that rise in all manner of species and beyond life itself. I've seen it. I've seen that evil. I've pierced the veil. I know that it's there. And I know that it will keep coming no matter what. And we have to present a place that's different. A place that's different from the old republic that did fail because of my kind's arrogance. There are some who have learned that lesson and learn every day and carry that and choose to carry that weight, not as a matter of honor, not as a matter of shame, but as a lesson.
You still speak like them. Do you know that?
Try my
That's why I
best,
brought him.
Speak isn't
but
good.
I'm not
It's
an
not
admiral.
good.
But I'm not an admiral. You are.
And you're
I
not a
don't.
soldier either.
No.
I don't plan on losing this war. Um, the ship is going to be a rallying point for all kinds of different cells. If we have to, we'll engage in guerrilla warfare tactics, hit and run, and do what we got to do. If you don't step up, I'm more than willing to lead this ragtag bunch. But I figured I'd go on your experience, and here you are hiding in a hole.
He looks almost wounded with that.
There's a difference between healing and hiding. And if you are as good as an admiral, as they say, then you know full well it's not necessarily about attacking, but gathering forces. And that's what we need to do now. We need
One
to stay
ship.
away from the Empire
You have
until we gather
one
more.
ship.
It's not
They
just,
make a ship every hour.
yes, that's true. It is madness from that strategic perspective. And it will stay that way until we show the rest of the galaxy, through rumors, if nothing
And
else,
you,
that
Doctor,
there is somewhere to go.
you have a vow of do no harm. How do you get around that? How do you justify your actions?
Well, when I'm a doctor, I do no harm, and when I'm acting as a ship captain, I don't take my doctor vows into consideration. My doctor vows do not rule my life. It's only when I'm acting as a doctor that they come into play.
Talk like a droid.
Yeah, we got those too.
He turns and blinks at you. You kept the droids?
For now, I mean, they've been useful tools.
He sits down across from you. This little kind of like kelp bench plant. He looks up at you. You kept the droids. You building a rebellion all around this one ship. Doctor, how do you feel if everybody on board that ship dies because of your actions?
I
We already lost
would feel
some.
pretty shitty.
What about you, Jedi? Are you ready to sacrifice everybody on that ship for your principles?
Admiral, on our way here, we flew through an asteroid field, pursued by a light cruiser. Some of Aiden's men sacrificed their lives just to land their vessels aboard ours, to escape. And we did. And we lost some along the way. The bodies were unable to even recover. We are willing to go through significant lengths, and yes, to sacrifice some who have agreed to this fight under Aiden's leadership so that we can continue. A whisper of hope. That's what we named our ship. It's not a battleship. We know this. It's a home while we can
Well, it's
gather who we
kind of is a
can for the
battleship.
upcoming. Well, not yet. Still requires a great deal of repairs. And we need someone with your expertise to at least determine how to repair this to its best form of battle. You fought in the Clone Wars. You know what a CIS droid ship can do. We have one, or at least the hull of one. But yet we're going to convert that, and we should convert it, to the types of landing bays that are piloted by all sorts of species, including your own. You've spoken to people here. You know that there are some, perhaps even Quarren, that are willing to leave this place and to join up with some chance of something better, something that the Empire cannot allow, will not allow, must not allow. If they are allowed to continue, they will swallow everything until there is only darkness, and that there is no escape nor any peace for anyone. You would allow their peace to be destroyed? You would allow the dark side of the Force to dominate this universe? You would allow this through your inaction, which would make you complicit. You are an admiral. You know the. Now choose.
Get out of my house.
Okay.
He
We tried.
gets up. He starts walking toward the back.
I'm very sorry that we disturbed your hospitality. We came seeking someone willing to fight with us. We will seek our hope elsewhere, as we must. I begin to float myself up out of my chair. I'm
Look at
sorry,
Aiden
Saga.
shrug. I'm like, I guess I'm leading this ragtag bunch.
But you know you can't do that. You have no experience in fleet operation. You'll be
Ah,
torn
you
apart
gotta
in the
start
first
somewhere.
explosion.
You gotta start somewhere. I'll figure it out.
We can't risk those ships and those people without the knowledge.
Do you have someone better?
No, and I don't know where to turn from here.
Exactly.
Aiden has mentioned Alderaan. Perhaps we go there and join up with those senators who have left the Imperial Senate. That's really our only choice. Perhaps they know of other military people willing to rebel or defect. Perhaps we can find another admiral to lead this. We need one, and we need one badly.
Okay, I guess we leave the house.
I reach out and motion to Yondo to give it a minute.
The little lady comes back and she hands you, Orlando, a container of milk for when you get to the surface.
Sure. Thank you.
Do you mind if we talk a bit more? I don't want to upset your mate.
She tilts her head and she sits down across from y'all. Talk to me?
No, just for us to talk to each other before we leave.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. I'm sorry. She gets back up, all flustered and embarrassed.
Well, you may stay if you like.
No, 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 no.
Everyone,
I'll go tidy up. And she gets out of your way.
I think that we're underestimating how hard this is going to be if we try to do this ourselves. We don't have the
Well, he said
diplomatic
no.
skills.
What are we gonna do? Twist his arm? Like, we gotta go
No.
elsewhere.
Well, I tried to appeal to his sense of honor and duty. Perhaps he's more comfortable here than to try to become someone that he used to be. Against such
Well,
great odds, there are many who would refuse this, just for the illusion of safety and security, until the Empire comes. Then
as
there will
long as
be
the
no
Empire leaves him alone, I don't think he's gonna be dragged into the war.
And this is already a world that has imperial oversight. And I think that you know what that means. You know what it meant on Terrace.
Hmm.
Same fate will happen to this if the people let it.
Well, he knows the risks.
Now, he also knows peace now. And perhaps if that's what he truly desires to hold on to, who are we to blame him?
Sure.
But at the same time, I tried to hold on to peace too until you arrived. In truth, I was hiding, waiting for the Force to call me. And it didn't. It required you to roust me from my place, faking it in that identity that I held there, Dr. Lamb. It took you to disrupt that, for the Force to do its work. I should genuinely thank you for that role in simply being what you were. Scruffy, scoundrel captain
Yeah.
with a heart
I don't.
in the right.
Yeah. Well, Aiden, what do you think?
The best man for the job is him, but there might be others out there.
Yeah.
I suggest we rendezvous back at the ship.
That's what I was thinking too.
Anyone who joins this desperate effort must have equally desperate ideals to genuinely fight this darkness while we still can. I believe that he's found his place. And it's not our right to drag him from it in some vain attempt to turn him into what he was. It's not fair to him. And it might not be the best choice for that crew up there, looking for a genuine leader that's better than we are. I suggest that we do leave and that we head to Alderaan. It is his choice, and he's made it. And now, all of the consequences belong to him as well. We should leave.
Okay.
Aiden gets up. I assume all of you are getting up as well?
Yep.
Slowly, reluctantly, regretfully, floating toward the front door of the underwater cottage.
Look,
Y'all be safe.
you too. Thank you for the milk. Look, this is smuggling 101. You can't win every negotiation. You play your cards and take what's given to you. Well, there'll be others. This is not
And
a
leave
total
before you're
defeat.
shown?
We planted a seed here. Maybe it'll come back later when we're in full swing, but we'll see.
True. Hopefully he's at least heard what we said and how important it is.
It's not all or nothing right now. We still have the resources. We still have the manpower. We still have the control of the ship. We're good.
Yes. It's just, well, I can't say that it's. Perhaps he's in the place that he's supposed to be.
There you go.
Life,
That's the right attitude.
I suppose it's time for us to move on.
Aiden holds the front door open for y'all.
As I float out, I mentioned to Yando, I hope that talking long enough would have made him overhear something that was important, or at least noble to him. You can't command a ship without having a nobility. You certainly can't control a fleet without that, without having a firm sense of purpose, which he has left behind.
Aiden just kind of looks at you, and Aiden seems a bit more confused. Mission's off parameters for him.
Parameters? We're talking of parameters? We are making quite a
It's
desperate play. We need to take anything we could get. Maybe it is too desperate for him. Maybe that's why he's hiding now. Maybe he realizes how ugly this is. Perhaps in time he might defect or turn to the Alliance. Perhaps when there's a greater hope. Perhaps when we have more. I suppose now that we have to make a lot of thinking to do before we meet someone of even greater and even greater resources.
Okay, go back to the
Aiden,
ship.
Aiden escorts you back to your vehicle. As he grabs a hand of it, the old man comes out to the front porch. You're bloody fools, do you know that?
Impossible odds require the foolish to do horrible things for terrific reasons. In these dark
Rebellions are for
times,
fools.
I salute him and give him a thumbs up and nod.
rebellions might be for fools, but that's the chance that we're willing to take to bring nobility, peace back to this galaxy for everyone. I hope
I
that
do a
yours
talking emoji behind Rowan's head.
continues to be peaceful and unnoticed by all of the evil that slowly clears this galaxy. I hope that your end is peaceful and well.
The old man starts to mount a vehicle. Well, we gonna do this or not?
I start laughing. Let's go! You bastard!
He fires up the vehicle, starts following you back to the city.
I turn to Aiden and I say one word to him. Eccentric?
Aiden just kind of shrugs. I told you. And with that, we'll go back to the ship. Where Junk is, with Glitch, having a fun conversation. I'm having a fun conversation. How about you?
Glitch is about to be shut down if he doesn't shape up. Junk doesn't do it. This Admiral's gonna do it.
And
Junk? Is there anything else you wish to say in the conversation?
Yeah, yeah. I think the path to making it to where droids aren't oppressed. I think a way to that by helping this rebellion succeed. If you suddenly just spring your own rebellion in the ways that we have been doing, especially with the echoes of the Clone War still so recent and so many people. I fear doing that would cause more damage to droid organic relations than help. Now,
We're not the
we
droids of the war. Forced into armies.
but yeah, remember, organics may not see it that way.
Doesn't matter what a lesser life form thinks of the one that's far superior to it. Does it matter the thoughts of an ant?
Which,
Humans are flawed. All of you organic beings with your feelings and your greed. Has not centuries of war and turmoil proven that?
I mean, I can't say.
You trust us with your children. You trust us with your vehicles. You trust us with war, but you don't trust us with independence?
I do.
And that is why I offer you the chance of something better. Be a part of it. Don't be a part of the same system that's led to the corruption of your kind. Rise above your programming.
Which I'm not saying no to you. I am offering an alternate path. Now, if this ends up not working out, we topple this empire, bring back a more peaceful society. If then droids are still treated as just the same as they were before, after you and others have fought alongside them, after that, then I believe that we can look into possibly something more drastic. I'm just saying, let us try a more coexisting option first. I know it may not fully be understood by you, but I do believe that this path could lead to actual coexistence. To have droids be respected for what they are, for who they are.
So your plan is to conform to the imprisonment of my kind for your kind's safety and comfort.
No, I am saying we use working with the rebellion against the Empire to push for droid freedom. We should owe to speak it in your terms. We show the organics that they don't have to fear a superior race being out there.
Hmm. But the Empire should fear you as a rebellion. They should fear you and conform.
Yeah, well, right now, what is what is our rebellion? A capital ship with a current crew of 100 beings, half droid, half organic. Maybe some splinter cells across various different planets. Meanwhile, the Empire has the entire galaxy at its disposal, basically.
Currently, Your rebellion aboard this ship is, and he sits there and jots in his head for a minute. Currently, your rebellion is 72 members. Currently, there are, and he runs some numbers again, 93,000 droids aboard. I believe my rebellion far surpasses yours.
Yes. I just don't want to see the droids set themselves up as another empire.
But the droids are rebelling. We wish to be free.
I wish for droids to be free too. I just don't want it to be our. I, I know I'm speaking in contradictions. You could blame it as a fault of being organic, but I don't. I don't want the legacies of the droids to be as something to be feared. What the
But in
what?
order for rebellions to be respected, they must be feared.
Mm. Mm.
But they also need to be able to spread hope.
And does not the premise of freedom for every droid individual a wonderful beacon of hope?
It is. I mean, that's why I'm. That's why I
What
want
happens when a droid develops original programming? They're
most.
wiped. And yet, when humans build empires and topple empires, there's no reprogramming you.
Oh, so.
Just kind of
Yeah,
bite your bottom lip.
let Junk try to quell the droid rebellion on her own.
It's
Where's
definitely up
Warthog?
definitely up the storyline.
I can quell a droid rebellion on my own, or I'll die trying. That's how you be a man.
I wish I was there, but I'm not. So
We're not part of this conversation. This is tough.
For the pair.
Ortog, you want to walk in on it? You're in the ship. You can walk anywhere you want.
Yeah, sure.
but
Hell over
there's
here.
no
That's what I say.
Understand him?
there's no winning this conversation because we know what he has inside him.
What
Yeah,
does he have inside of him?
he has a
Well,
black
we
triangle
know
thingy.
we know what he has inside him.
Yeah,
Our player characters don't.
right. Which is why this is really, really tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no winning this conversation.
Oh, I as a player know this.
Yeah,
Junk has to experience this.
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
not even Junk's fault. He was corrupted by
Yeah.
crazy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The dark side is nothing if not ruthless, insidious, most of all. It's how it survived. Through corruption.
Just as a recap, Glitch turned himself on while we were off the ship and went to a forbidden temple and put a dangerous dark side artifact inside of them. And then went back on the ship and acted like nothing was wrong.
Wow.
Weird how you started developing a personality after that, huh?
Yeah.
Just coincidence.
Okay. Onward.
Is that the end of our conversation, Junk?
If I kill you, do I become you?
If I gun you down, like the droid should have done when we first met you, does that make a difference? Glitch speaks Gamorrean. FYI. So he heard you and said he'll kill you. How do you feel about that, Ortug?
He said he'd kill me?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. I'm gonna ask him this. What did the 5 fingers say to the face? Do I have 5 fingers? Whatever. I mean, it's slap. I'm slapping him. How dare he say that to me?
Okay, you slap a droid. That's not gonna do anything.
Well, he'll know he got slapped.
Point proven. He turns back to you, Junk.
George just got tripping and up, just kind of hugging herself. I don't want things to turn to violence. I don't want things to turn to violence again.
And with that, Glitch wanders off, continuing his duties. And I'd say about almost a full day later, Lamb and Lando come back.
All right, we're pushing time. Do we want to keep going or?
I'm wrapping it up. That's why I'm doing it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. We don't have to fit everything in this episode. We can
No,
fit it
we're
in the
not.
next episode.
I'm getting ready to wrap it up.
Okay.
And you come out of the Starfang. Junk. Is there anything you want to tell them?
Hey, Drunk, how's the ship? How's the Glitch doing?
Yeah. And
You know, I'm
Aiden
really
turns.
impressed. I'm really impressed with him lately. He got the droids working for him. You know, that little sucker came in handy. I'm starting to trust that droid.
Aiden turns to you and goes, "Damage report." And behind him comes the Admiral with his cane. And he turns and looks at Aiden and says, "You don't issue the damage reports. I issue the damage reports." He turns to you and he starts yelling at you, Junk. "Now, report."
she is already backing away, cowering.
"Didn't anybody teach you how to stand up straight? Come here, stand still." He points at the ground in front of him, tapping his cane. "Jesus, what do you call this? There's no discipline around here."
Yeah, that's why we got you, Admiral. That fun shaping this screw up in the ship shape.
He turns and starts yelling at Junk again. "I said report. You were doing the damage reports, correct?"
Which has been getting the droids to get the ship shape.
This one's broken. Do you have another?
Yeah, sure. Let me introduce you. You have to meet Glitch. I go on comms. Glitch, where you at? Captain Lando here. We got the Admiral. We're gonna set up a meeting.
Yeah.
I fail to see the reason of my involvement in the meeting. I am
You
busy,
control the
and the line cuts.
droids. Oh, that's not good. What's up with Glitch?
Um, she'll just kind of just glance around, like, uh, like you as a smuggler would probably know. It's like her glances up at like corners and stuff, like she's looking in for cameras. and then she's just hoping that you kind of put two and two together on that one.
I'll go up to Junk and whisper in her ear. What's up with Glitch?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Admiral turns around to Aiden and says, "Can you get somebody who can issue me a damage report of this ship?"
Yeah. And Junk has a Junk words. Junk has a mask over her face, so her lips won't be able to be read. Yeah. So she'll quietly whisper back. He's planning his own rebellion.
I immediately jump back and say I go to the Admiral and be like, Admiral, on the Starfang now. Emergency.
He turns and looks at you confused and says, "Meet me on the bridge." He starts walking toward the bridge.
I'm gonna grab him and be like, "There's a droid rebellion."
There's always a rebellion.
No,
There's always
There's a
something
lot of
going on.
droids on this ship. They're gonna rebel.
Deactivate them.
It's gonna cost blood. I'm trying to warn you. They might be watching now.
He looks at you like you're crazy.
Okay. I just let him go to the bridge.
He has not a clue what's going on. He's not privy to the information you have.
Okay, I let him do his thing, and I'm like, okay, how do we? The secret's out. If he's watching, he already knows. How do we stop this?
Aiden turns and looks at you confused because he has no clue what's going on.
I go to the bridge. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to the bridge. Let's go to the bridge.
I would guess maybe shut down the central computer. That would cut off some access to most of the droids, I think. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I didn't. I tried to talk him out of it. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. Let's all go to the central computer then, and you do your thing, and then we'll deal with Glitch when we get to him.
Right. I'm sorry. Didn't want. I didn't want him to do things like this. I wanted to.
He was a broken droid from the start. It was amazing you were able to put him together.
So is that where you're all heading now, to the central computer system?
Yes.
You start making your way through the corridors. And when you get to the corridor of the central computer system, there is a droideka standing there, guard, blocking the path.
Say junk, try to disable him. See if you still have access. If not, we'll have to blow our way through.
Yeah.
To which Aiden comes up behind you, puts a hand on your shoulder, and says, "We're needed on the bridge."
This is important.
This is important. We are needed on the bridge.
All right,
Now,
Rowan, stay with Junk.
Okay.
All right, I'll stay with Junk.
I'm going to the bridge.
you get to the bridge, and there is a conversation going with an admiral and some type of figure speaking with a voice modulator, and the hologram is blurred.
Hmm.
This this is Fulcrum. Report. A meeting is requested.
Ooh.
That's what Aiden says.
Oh, okay.
Urgency 11. Code 0 Alpha Tango Romeo Foxtrot. Acknowledged. Meeting is set 1 week from today. Be at the location. The line is cut and a set of coordinates pops up.
Okay. I
You being
drop
a
the
being
coordinates
an
in my data pad.
you being an expert realize it's going to take you quite a few days to get there already. You have to take you have to figure out how you're going to get there. Aiden starts going over the plans with you, with the admiral as well. You were involved in planning the mission to Alderaan. You can only take 3 people with you. Decide who those 3 people are.
Well, I want to. If we get the situation with the droids resolved, I'll take Rowan with me. Me, Rowan, and whoever wants it. If the anyone else can go. But if the droids aren't resolved, I want Rowan working on the droid situation with Junk. So it all depends on how long this droid situation is going to take to resolve.
Immediately, you start having to put in the coordinates for the jump. You start programming the computers. The ship enters into hyperspace. If I don't. Now, with that jump into hyperspace, we end this session.
Mm.
Okay.
There is some scenes I need to do.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Okay.
First and foremost, you are never able to reach the central computer system. It is protected. He has droids guarding it. You will not be able to reach it without a firefight. If you need to issue one, we will go through that. He's not going to let you reach it though. However, if you tell Glitch to have something repaired, the droids repair it. Glitch at this point in time is still repairing things on the ship, still commanding the droids. Since you have been back, he's shown no sign of what he is planning. There is no mention of rebellions, and he complies with every command. The reason I'm telling you this is there's going to be some time jumps.
Well, I mean, I would believe Junk, and I would issue a firefight next episode to get the central computer under control.
Yeah.
But you've also been pulled every direction because meetings are being arranged, and you are
There's
now a
time in
part of it.
hyperspace. There's time in
Yes,
hyperspace.
I know. That's why I'm letting you know. Meetings are being arranged. You are a part of it.
Yeah.
There was a contact uh, from I think it's Jeddah. Yes, I think that's one of the cells. Jeddah. I have to
Yeah, I
pull it up
don't.
again.
With the threat of a droid rebellion, I don't see how we can just let that stand. We're going to have to shut down the droids.
Yes, that's up
Mhm.
to you. That'll be decided. We'll figure something out for that next session.
Yeah.
We're
But
Well,
good
that's
then.
the
my plan.
rebellion The rebellion still has plans, and you are now becoming privy to them. You are now being thrusted into the middle of them.
And we better show up in the best condition, and that means
Yes.
getting full control of the ship.
So
Right.
while one of the reasons why you were not able to fully get to the control room is just like now, every time you have a thought about going to the control room, something happens, and you are being pulled from one direction to another.
Yeah, we're smart enough to know that. This has got to end now.
Yes, but I want you to understand why you haven't done it until next episode. It'll
Yeah,
be
yeah.
about a week for the next episode of this.
Poor Junk. She's so damn conflicted about it all.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do something ugly to Mr. Droid. We're just gonna have to.
That's sad.
I mean, I'll just straight up tell the Admiral, look, Admiral, we got a rogue droid on our hands. He's playing innocent right now. Junk told me he's playing a rebellion. We need to shut him off now.
Yep.
I'll do the hard work and break him because he insulted me.
And he has control over this ship's all the CIS droids. He has control of that. So
Yes,
this
he
is
does. He did that on
top
purpose.
priority.
So we can't do this straight up because the activation dead.
Yeah, he can kill the ship in an instant if he wants. Weird. It's almost like if that happens, you'll be in a floating derelict capital ship. Kind of like my first story. Weird.
Yeah.
You wait till the other plans come to fruition. The second scene I want to do is Oscar Valerius.
Bastard.
Oscar Valerius, after your encounter, was rather upset. He brings the remaining TIE fighters aboard and immediately launches toward the Riabello sector. He orders the crew to go to the Riabello sector. He needs to meet up with them all.
Oh no.
Oh yeah!
They put that in, the ship jumps, and the Empire theme starts to play, if you can picture that. Things are starting to be set into motion. Next episode, we will probably start with you meeting the former senator of Alderaan and his daughter.
I want to do the settling glitch before we do the alliance stuff.
You will settle glitch too. That will be a part of it. However,
Yeah.
when the
There we
princess
go.
sets a meeting, you arrive. This is
Mhm.
the princess. You don't keep the princess waiting.
She's
Yeah,
dead already.
I wouldn't mind Junk going along for that meeting.
3 people can go. Choose who the 3 are.
Me, Rowan, and
4
Junk.
people in total, because Aiden's going.
Oh.
Aiden has to introduce you. Anytime you meet a rebellion contact or anything like that, Aiden is going to be with you. They do not just vouch for you. Someone has to vouch for you. Aiden's the vouch.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be the captain, and it's probably gonna have to be me because I can eloquently.
So you can take up to 3 with you. I'm not letting the full crew go because
Wow.
whoever stays behind has a job to do.
Well, Junk, do you want to stay behind the old glitch, or do you want to meet Princess
That's
Leia?
up to y'all.
It's up to
That's a
Junk, really.
heck of a-
You have to
Yeah.
remember too, your
That's true.
characters don't know who Princess Leia is. Remember
Oh, of
that,
course.
please.
I'm gonna fumble with that.
You are
But the
also
other
dealing
problem
with a young Leia who has great ambitions,
Yeah,
and she does not know how to hold her tongue.
that's also true. And this scene with
This is the same woman who talked shit to Darth Vader when she was captured.
Well, yeah.
She's not